Alright, this is going to be a similar one as the last one. We've got the limit as x approaches 0 of the square root of 3 plus x minus the square root of 3, and that's going to all be over x. So once again, we do the direct substitution, plugging 0 directly in, and you see that we end up with a 3 plus 0, so that's just going to be a square root of 3 minus square root of 3, so we get 0, and then 0 in the denominator, so 0 over 0. So we need to try to do something. And in this particular case, we are going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by what the conjugate of the numerator here. So I'm going to write 3 plus x minus the square root of 3, put that in parentheses, and its conjugate is 3 plus x plus the square root of 3, and it's all over x times the square root of 3 plus x plus the square root of 3. Okay, so we want to multiply this stuff out up here. So the square root of 3 plus x times the square root of 3 plus x is just 3 plus x. But first, I guess I need to do this. So we have 3 plus x after multiplying the first two terms. If I were to multiply the first term and the last term, you would get the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 plus x. But then if I were to multiply it negative square root of 3 times, right, square root of 3 plus x, those are just going to cancel out because one's positive, one's minus, and they'll cancel out, right? So it's really just the first terms and the last terms here. So minus the square root of 3 times the positive of square root of 3, and the square root of 3 times square root of 3 is just 3. And so we're left with minus 3, okay, over x times 3 plus x plus the square root of 3. So now we need to simplify this down. So we have 3 minus 3, so that's 0. We have an x in the numerator, an x in the denominator, so these x's are going to cancel out, and we're just going to be left with the limit as x approaches 0 of 1 over the square root of 3 plus x plus the square root of 3. So now we do the direct substitution, plugging 0 directly in. So if I were to plug 0 in for x here, we'd end up with the square root of 3 plus 0, so that's just the square root of 3. Plus the square root of 3. But you see, we can simplify this down. These terms are both the same, and there's 2 of them. So that's just 2 times the square root of 3. Alright, so our original limit is equal to 1 over 2 times the square root of 3.